I don't know if you watch Vlad TV closely, but Lord Jamar is a big figure these days on Vlad TV. Are you familiar with him at all? Lord Jamar from Brand Nubian? Brand Nubian was a pretty big group in the late 80s, early 90s. And Lord Jamar has been coming on Vlad TV for a while, and he has very opinionated views about certain things. You know, he feels that homosexuality doesn't have a place in hip hop. And another thing that he feels is that hip hop is black music and that whites are guests in the house of hip hop. How do you feel about that?
Whatever. I get it a lot. Like, the white and black thing is like a huge issue to people. I don't give a fuck about it. I'm not trying to disrespect race or ethnicity. I grew up in the Bay. I probably have had like 2 white boyfriends ever in my life. I don't look at ethnicity. I don't really care about it. And it just is what it is. I've dealt with this situation with V Nasty saying the N-word for so long. To me, now it's kind of like personal. It sounds like a personal problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's still going to get their check whether someone likes it or not. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I kind of like people with strong opinions, though, so that I have to check that out.
Yeah, Lord Jamar, check it out.
I have to.
Pretty dope stuff. I remember when I interviewed V Nasty for the first time.
I saw that. I did see that because she was very intimidated by you. You're a very intimidating man. You make people nervous. Yes, you do. I was a little nervous coming over here. I was like, I wonder what he's going to talk about. Shit.
Yeah, you know, I talk about whatever people want to talk about.
Exactly.
You know, if you don't want to talk about it, we go on to a different subject. But one of the things that she mentioned was that, you know, with the whole N-word thing, was that, you know, Creation would use the N-word as well. But, you know, when it all came out, there was a certain level of, well, I never say that. That's V Nasty. And V Nasty felt a little hurt over that. But was that pretty accurate from your point of view?
Yeah, it's completely accurate.
You know, I remember even with Creation this one time, she mentioned using the N-word in an article, I think it was The Guardian or something, and then we put it up, and she like hit me. It was like, yo, this is libel. I never said that. And I'm like, here's the article. She's like, well, I was misquoted. And I'm like, well, that's between you and whoever wrote the article.
Exactly. That's not.
You know what I mean?
Nothing to do with me.
That's not. You know, I'm reporting on the news.
Exactly. You're relaying the message to the world.
But during that whole time, you know, Vlad TV covered it very heavily. You know, like how did you?
I know.
Yeah.
I know about you.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did you feel? How did you feel personally during that time?
I like I said, like I've grown up with V Nasty, and like anything V Nasty does is literally just who the fuck she is. Like that's like V Nasty's biggest issue. I feel like her biggest fault is that she's so just stubborn on being herself and being who she is that like it's never gone to the next level. I mean, V Nasty said the N-word, Kreayshawn said the N-word. There's a lot of white people that say the N-word. There's a lot of black people that say the N-word. I know Asian people that say the N-word.
Right.
I know Indian people that say the N-word. It's literally where you've grown up and like I guess who your parents are and your parenting. I don't really know. But I just feel like if you don't want it said, you just don't say it. Period. Don't use it in reference to the person next to you that's the same race. Don't use it and be Asian and use it on another Asian or another black person. And that's just how I feel. Like, I don't really care how anybody else feels about it. I just feel like if you don't want it said, you don't say it. Period.
Well, one thing, I remember when I interviewed V Nasty, it kind of finally clicked with me, you know, with her, you know, me and her, when she said, you know, before, you know, Gucci Gucci dropped, she had never been outside of Oakland.
Never.
And I'm like, and I'm talking to her, I'm looking at her, I'm like, okay, that's it right there. You know, and it all just kind of made sense. You know, like, you know, it suddenly, you know, I'm like, this is really who she is. This is not an act. You know how like in the entertainment business people have.
You can tell when you meet someone.
Yeah.
And you're face to face with them, you could be like, oh, this is a load of fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Or like, no, it's like literally V Nasty.
V Nasty
it's like the craziest shit. You know, it's funny you said that because I was in Seattle yesterday and they were like, yo, have you ever been to Seattle? And I'm like, for what? Like, I've never been to Seattle. And they're like, whoa, that's next level. You've never been here. Like, I've never had a reason to come here until now. You know, like a lot of people don't travel until they have a reason to, until it's work related. It's not like people are out here like paying to just travel for free and shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just out here taking vacations.
Too busy.
Yeah, me and V Nasty, we weren't taking vacations before Gucci Gucci.